Hey guys, Displeasure Magic here, and it's time to revisit my local gaming store from hell. Okay, sorry, I don't mean that literally, but that was the number one request for the 10 million view special that's, I'd say coming up, but I mean, we're at like 10.2 million like right now, but I mean like the video is coming up, just haven't filmed it yet. But yes, the number one request was that I go into my old LGS from hell with a video camera. There is no way that that would not end with the police showing up for one of various different reasons. No way. It is not possible. I'm just going to take a wild guess that since I'm, depending upon how you measure it, the third largest YouTube channel on Magic the Gathering, I got that backwards, Magic the Gathering channel on YouTube, word probably got back to them. In fact, I've heard that word got back to them. I've heard they're not thrilled about it either. Well, then do something. Fix your damn store. Fix your stupid garbage pile of crap store. Fire all your staff that's a bunch of douchebags to all the customers and clean it up. God, I mean, seriously, they're going to lose their WPN status for the third time, and I'm pretty sure you can only lose it 3 times, and that'll be the end of it. They won't even be able to sell Magic products. Honestly, why am I telling them to fix that? I don't give a crap if that's the outcome. Hey, why not? But anyway, got 2 stories. I ran into somebody who actually knew me from YouTube. That was weird because that's happened like 3 times ever. And yeah, we got to talking, about Magic because he used to play. And he used to play at the old LGS from hell. And then he stopped. Hey guys, you want to know why he stopped attending? Do you really want to know? Somebody cheated against him twice on game day. Actually, I'm going to remember this wrong. I know one of them was on game day for sure. And I think maybe the other one was just at F&M, but maybe it was like a different game day. Because I thought he said they were both on game day, but that's only one day. Either way, it's not just like, oh, I was hiding cards up my sleeve. That's just blatant. People do crap like that. They start, lap swapping cards and stuff. So on the game day one, some guy is there with his daughter. And this was the Cons of Tarkir game day, by the way, which is funny because he probably saw me there, actually. I mean, I know I played the cons block there. That's actually really funny. So this guy sent his daughter, who was like, I don't know, 11 or something, with a $2,000 deck, approximately. Yeah, that was a thing back then. And she's kind of playing it like crap, but like reasonably well for somebody that age. I mean, of course. But still making a ton of mistakes. And so, apparently her dad got done with his match. And he comes over and watches the game, to make sure that she's not like blatantly breaking rules or something or whatever. That's cool. And he just comes around and looks at this one guy's cards that's playing against her. I don't know, let's just call him Jimmy. I'm not sure I actually got his name. So Jimmy's playing against her, and so the dad comes around and looks at Jimmy's cards. So then he beats her the first game. And then his dad goes over to her and goes, okay, well, don't forget to sideboard. And she's like, oh, I did what? What do I sideboard? I don't know. He freaking goes and pulls out the sideboard, says, put in this card, this card, this card, this card, this card. Okay, put in these 8 cards, and then take out those. And then he just, stays for the match. Okay, she stomps the living crap out of him in the second game and the third game. And, obviously it was single-handedly because of what she was running. And it was kind of like, I'm running tokens and she's now running board wipes or, something on par with that. So yeah, he lost because of that. He actually lost to a drastically inferior player running a stupid overpriced net deck that she had no business having. I'm all about the younger players showing up because, they're the future and all this stupid cliche crap. But, come on, I'm still anti-cheating. You gotta follow the rules. And they were very, very strict at that local gaming store about help from other people. So he reports it to the staff after the game, and it's the same thing that they told me, the same thing that they told Dracon. Everybody has heard this. This is the universal excuse that this stupid bitch that works there always gave. Oh, well, it already happened, so there's nothing we can do. I feel like she could be walking past the match, and you could say, this just happened 1 second ago, and she would say, well, it already happened. Nothing I can do. I mean, come on, pull the dad over and say, hey, we're not allowed to give advice. I know she's young and she's just learning, but this is game day. You can't give her advice. Even if it was F&M, I would probably let it slide. Especially, if he came up to me and asked, hey, can I give her a suggestion for how to sideboard? I'll be like, yeah, she's learning to play Magic. Of course you can. I don't care if I win or lose against, an 11-year-old girl. I mean, come on. Like, retaining new players and, like, getting younger players to show up and new people into the game, that's very important. More important than one win at F&M, even if it cost me a prize or, like, a first-place finish. And honestly, I'd still be pretty damn confident that I was going to win regardless. And I wouldn't want the person to make a sideboarding mistake and then lose because of it. But I would prefer that if I was in the situation, he would ask. But at game day, screw you. You aren't giving anybody any advice. You should not even bring a new player to game day. That's just stupid. So I was pretty pissed about that story, and the exact same thing sort of happened earlier. It wasn't the same person. It wasn't even like a kid. It was like some really good player, and he's going up against his really good deck, but he's actually winning. And I think his friend probably came around behind, we'll just keep calling him Jimmy, behind Jimmy's back and looked at his cards on the way past, and then went over to him and said, oh, no, play that instead. Like, literally in the middle of the game, don't play that, play that. Like, it was something like, he's going to counter that with his negate, play that instead, it can't be countered, or play a decoy spell first. And then he beat him, he ended up winning the tiebreaker because of that. That's right, it was tied 1-1, and they ruined the third game. Unbelievable. That level of just walk-up assistance will get you an entire round loss, not even a warning. A round loss at my new LGS. But at the old LGS, they were almost as strict about it. I mean, that was something you just did not do. Outside help, you cannot do it. And I know people called me out on it, and they're just being stupid. Because I would walk up and say, you can't legally play that because the rules say that it can't be played in this manner or whatever. Or oh, you just brought out a second one. It's legendary. Now you have to destroy one. Not giving them tips, just telling them what the rules are, which is actually perfectly acceptable in the rules. I mean, if you're walking past a game and somebody just broke a rule of Magic and nobody caught it, you are supposed to tell them. I mean, I don't know about supposed to, but you're perfectly allowed to. Anybody can remind anybody about the rules of the game, and it doesn't have to be a judge. I mean, theoretically, the official rules say call a judge over if you question what one of the rules is, but if both players just witness somebody breaking a rule and neither one of them caught it, somebody can step in and say, you can't do that, that's not how that card's played, or you misread the card, or you can't have two of those, or you can't cast a sorcery on their turn. Or you just tap the wrong color mana, because now you're probably just catching them cheating at that point. But actual play advice like, oh, you shouldn't have played that, like even after it's already happened, telling people like, oh, 2 turns ago you shouldn't have played that because this result. Apparently you can't do that during the game because the same circumstance might set itself up or something, I guess. I think these are just their interpretations of the rules. I doubt that the rules are that granular at the rules enforcement level, or REL, that is F&M. But that, I mean, when game day's on the line and you're winning like play mats or t-shirts or, you know, promos or all kinds of crazy crap, yeah, that would really piss me off if somebody just came over and told the person how to beat me after spying on my cards. That would piss me off just a little bit. I would have just gotten up immediately and be like, I'm not going to finish this round. You disqualify them or I'm leaving. Of course, that would have resulted in me leaving because this is my old LGS from hell and they just don't give a crap. Seriously, I sincerely hope that place gets hit by a meteorite. I really, really, really do. And, as I always say, not one of those valuable ones that you can sell to scientists for $10 million, or not one made out of solid iridium. As much as I love Denso brand spark plugs, I don't want to give the LGS money after it got destroyed. I want them to burn to the ground. I mean, just the negative karma they've built up over the last, like, 20 years or 10 years, I don't even have any idea how long they've been open. If karma were real, which it's not, the bad karmic energy, at this point, the concentration should have either formed into a pure energy black hole or spontaneously vaporized every single molecule into its constituent atoms. If negative karmic energy could be measured in actual, like, watts, it would be on the gigawatt scale. If you pull up to the front of the store and you plug in your Tesla to an outdoor outlet, which I'm also pretty sure they didn't have, you wouldn't even be charging it off of electricity. It would all be coming from the negative karma energy. And also your car would blow up. And also hopefully it would catch the place on fire, because I hope that place burns down. So anyway, I got a story myself that I completely forgot about. It's kind of a subtle thing. It's not really an event that happened. It's just like a thing, I guess. So you guys know that in the fashion world and, oh my god, in the car parts world, the car modding world, the stupid ricer scene, there is something that people commonly like to refer to as brand princesses. A brand princess, when it comes to fashion or car parts, we'll say, is I don't care how it looks, I don't care how it works, I don't care what the price is, I just care about the brand. And I'm gonna buy a so-and-so exhaust and a so-and-so intake and put the sticker right on my back window because everybody has to know that I spent way the hell too much money on this overhyped crap garbage brand. Or in the car world, sometimes a perfectly legitimate great part, but still we don't want to hear about it. Now, I know that a lot of cheap Chinese eBay, level garbage and like Amazon car parts are not exactly great. They're notoriously unreliable garbage, but some of them are passable, especially the cosmetic stuff. Like when people start asking you what brand are your seat covers, what brand is your steering wheel cover, what brand is your radio, who gives a crap, okay? It looks good. Either it looks good or it doesn't. Don't start fishing around for the damn tag to tell me about how good it looks. The tag ain't gonna tell you how good it looks. How good it looks is gonna tell you how good it looks. I mean, there's perfectly good looking shirts at Target. You don't have to go to Banana Republic to get a good looking shirt, okay? But you know that brands like that, especially Abercrombie and Fitch, they put their brand with like 500 point font across the shirt so that you can tell everybody what a brand princess you are. So where am I possibly going with this? Did we have a bunch of racers in $500 outfits at the LGS? Hell no, they spent all their money on net decks. Seriously, that should have been really obvious, actually. No, there are actually brand princesses in Magic, and I don't just mean, oh, this is a 2010 Game Day promo version of Negate. Like, that's cool. I mean, rare cards, they're collectible, full art, textless, ooh. I get that. People get into that. It's a collectible. It's a freaking collectible game. Like, I totally get that. No, I mean the sleeves, the deck boxes, and pretty much everything else. I mean, some people are like, oh, I got this custom made by an Italian guy on Etsy. It's made out of hardwood that only grows in, Will Smith's backyard, but I snuck into his backyard with a saw at 2 a.m. and cut down his one and only unique tree. And then I made a deck box out of it. It's one of a kind in the whole world, and it's engraved with the artist's name. And then they just 0-2 the match. I mean, oh my god, people, calm the hell down. Stop spending your money and start spending time learning how to play Magic. These people look like freaking idiots. I mean, seriously, they're they got their, ultra expensive, KMC or Eclipse sleeves, although those are dysfunctional. They just are better. People buy them because they are better. So, okay, sleeve brands, I mean, that's kind of out, but some people are like, these are limited edition sleeves. They're only printed so-and-so, whatever. I'm like, they're basically marked at this point. You've clearly been playing with them for 5 years straight. Oh my god. And then people with the $100 deck, and they're double sleeving it. I'm like, what is this? Is this deck 800 cards? What the hell? It's 4 inches tall. And they're like, nah, I double sleeved it. Fantastic, and there's a grand total of 0 promos, 0 foils in there, 0 full arts. Wow, good job. I'm glad you double sleeved it. Seriously, the deck isn't even over $100. What the hell? I've built $165 decks in the past, and I didn't even bother to double sleeve them. Remember, I riff shuffle, but I know how to do it without damaging the cards. I don't know why that's so hard for everybody. But God help ya if somebody at your LGS is a brand princess douchebag and they went to a pro tour, which, I mean, come on, be honest, that's never going to happen, or a Grand Prix, we'll say, or an invitational, or some garbage SCG event or something. Oh, and then they gave out these limited edition sleeves. Everybody's going to hear about it until the end of time. Oh, I paid money to get on a plane and then stay in a hotel and go to this event that was open to literally everyone. They gave these sleeves or this deck box to everyone, or the playmat or whatever. They handed it to you on your way in, for God's sake. Literally anybody could just spend money to get it. In fact, I could just go on eBay and probably buy the same product without even having to go to the event. The first thing I always ask somebody when they're like, I got these at the so-and-so Grand Prix, I'm like, oh, did you win? How'd you place? Oh, you didn't make it past day 1. Good job. At least you got your prestigious, whatever the hell. I was going to call it an award, but that's obviously a little generous. And then there's people where they'll give away something if they made it to day 2, or if they made it to the top 1,000 or something at a side event. It's come on, people. If you want to show you're a good Magic player, don't do it based on brands or limited editions or special anything, special equipment, special dice. Yes, I know I'm the biggest hypocrite in the world talking about dice, but I don't go around telling people, oh, these dice are so amazing. I'm like, I got them from Hong Kong for $3.50. They're cool as hell because they're made out of solid rose quartz, but I paid almost nothing for them. In fact, you should go buy them. I'm not going to sit there and lord it over like I'm somebody so much better than everybody else. I just bought them because I personally think they're cool as hell, and they have no brand name, for the record. I just like cool dice. I like stuff made out of crystal. I bought it for me. But other people, no, you're supposed to just respect them and just be in awe of their amazing whatever the hell it is. Ooh, their limited edition dragon scale deck holder with magnetic clasp. Who gives a crap? They probably honestly gave it away for free as like a promotional item at the LGS like 5 years ago. So yeah, at my old local gaming store, holy hell were there so many brand princesses. I mean, when you're all net decking and then it's constant mirror matches and you can't consistently prove week after week that you're better than everybody else, you know, by literally paying to win by buying the most expensive deck, well then how else are you supposed to impress your peers? Well, show up with, oh, a limited edition shirt and this brand of thing made in a different country, and oh, your deck box is made out of like one of the Ents from Lord of the Rings. Oh my god. Nobody cares. And I mean, it is a fine line. It's like, I appreciate really cool deck boxes, and it's kind of stupid that everybody's like, oh, I love the look of this deck box that my local gaming store is selling, except 5 people already bought it and use it. I mean, everybody likes being unique and having their own style. They don't want to copy anybody else, but on the flip side, it's like, don't be a complete dick about what you buy, how much it costs, and just, you know, you're basically like carrying it around like it's jewelry or something. Like, oh, look, I have 5-carat diamond earrings in, and also my deck box is made out of magic unicorn horns. It was made by a blind priest in Nepal. That actually would be kind of cool, but like, it's all about how you present it. I mean, if you act like people should respect you for it, and you get all pissy when they don't, and they're just like, I use this one because it was $3. Go me, I save more money than you. And then they get like all mad about it. That's how you can tell they're a brand princess, because, oh my gosh, they're easy to spot. It's like people who buy like really, really expensive cars, but they have a safety rating that just says damn. It's not even stars anymore. It's just literally the word damn. Or just lol, you're dead. Oh, or people who bought a Hummer. Oh my god, they had an average of, I think, 178 problems per 100 vehicles. 178 per 100. They were the second most defective car in existence in one of the years, according to some magazine thing or whatever. They're overpriced, defective garbage. Their fuel economy is a joke, and it's going to be in the shop every other week. Why the hell did somebody buy it? You know, but it's just, oh, look at me, I'm in a Hummer, I spent money, I'm so cool. Nobody needs a Hummer for practical use. I mean, they're not even actually bulletproof. Like, if somebody's like, I just wanted a bulletproof car, okay, I get it, but they're not bulletproof. And that's the thing. My crystal dice, I actually roll with them and use them as counters, okay? It's a practical thing. So let me know if your local gaming store has any brand princesses, or give your best brand princess story, or if it's you, can you stop? But yeah, I would say probably only like 6 or 7 people at my old local gaming store were that way. A lot of them were just like, oh, I already spent $800 on the deck. I'm going to take an $800 deck and put it in a $3 deck holder with like garbage sleeves because I'm trying to at least save some money. Now that I can identify with. So hopefully I can collect some more stories from other people about the old LGS from hell. Basically anybody I ask that has gone there in the past and no longer does has something negative to say about them. It's been a 100% chance so far. So hopefully I can ask next F&M, because I'm going to miss this upcoming one because I'm going to be way far away on work again. God, we better not be staying in a hotel or I'm going to miss another day of work. But after that, I'm going to be bringing Stall and Steamroll 2.0, mostly because 8-Ball needs some work, as you could clearly see if you saw my stream. Although, people pulling 3 Deccan Stones and then somebody pulling 2 Fraying Sanities and then somebody else pulling 3 Shocks in a row, I'm starting to suspect that some people are finding a way to manipulate the local memory because the randomization is probably not done by the server. I'm not sure, though. I'm just very, very, very suspicious that people have been pulling off that level of suck-out pulls and that, like, flawless opening hands game after game after game after game. Anyway, getting off topic, but look for this series in the future, and if you don't want to miss it, hit the subscribe button, and also I believe it's now a playlist on my channel. This is probably the 15th video, so if you haven't seen the rest, people like them for some reason. I don't know what the hell is wrong with you people, but apparently people get a laugh out of it. I don't. Once again, I hope the place burns down, and I will see you guys next video.